last video I did, we were talking about Linux containers, and we walked through kind of installing Linux containers using a turnkey Linux appliance. So what we did, we downloaded the turnkey Linux appliance and set that up, and we walked through the process of installing or setting up a container using one of the templates. So what we did, we typed in a command. See here, I think I got my deal up here. So we went in, we did the LXC for Linux containers, and create. We said name, or was it name or is it template? I think it's T for template. Download space minus name. We'll call this just test. And yeah, so we did this. This is basically doing the basic, using the built-in templates that come with LXC by default. So we went through the process, and we walked through and we installed one of these, which is pretty cool. You can kind of go through here, and it just prompts you for the distribution type. So you type in these according to these columns here. So distribution, it's going to ask you for the release, and then the architecture. So we went through and did that. I did have some problems, ran into a few issues when I was trying to, my main reason for doing the video and going through and setting all this up was I wanted to try out the Linux container appliance from Turnkey Linux. So I wanted to install that and actually attempt to download and install some of the Turnkey appliances as into its own container environment. I ran into some problems where it wasn't running right, and I did some Google searching, internet browsing, checking out forums and stuff, and I came across, and it was actually a simple fix. So when you're typing in the, let's get out of here. So I'm going to show you here. Let's pull up the instructions. What is that? Linux. What do we want? Containers, right? Turnkey containers. I think so. I have this appliance here running, and what I wanted to do was use this to install other appliances. And they have some documentation on here, but I think that's probably at the GitHub. I think it's container. Oh, that's what it is. And this GitHub right here. So, oh no, that's not the right one. Look at me moving too fast. So I think it is. Is this it right here? Yeah, this is it. So usage, see right here. So creating a turnkey LXC container is done by specifying turnkey as the template. This is the basic default instruction. So what I did find right down right here, there's two things you need to make sure you do. Right here, the init hooks, make sure you go in and you edit that or create your own. I've got init hooks. It comes with a by default, when you install this, it comes with this inithooks.conf example. You can use that and just maybe kind of use that, take a look at it, that way you can create your own. They have one here. So, and this is kind of for what this does is it sets up the database password, app password, all of that. So what you do is go in here. I just did you can either touch or do touch and create that file. You create that file. You go in and like I said, you go in and you copy, paste the init hooks in here. Edit this as you need. So edit this as you see fit. I created a variable on mine. So for each of these, I said equal. I actually went up here and I said, I think I called it my pass or something like that, something similar like that. But I went in there and I created a variable, and then I assigned that variable. So I assigned this to my variable. So you can create variables, or you can go here and put the actual data in there, however you want to do that. But what I did find, so up here, this is actual usage command. I didn't have to do I excluded this part out. So what I did, I put in here, I went LXC create space minus N, my name, I just named it the same name as the name of the appliance, space minus T for template is turnkey, space dash dash, and then the name, this is actually going to be the actual name of the appliance that you want to download. Then space minus I for you want the init hooks, and then you put the path to wherever you have that file located. You see, so we're going to do one and as an example here, so I can show you this here. I'm going to back up, but I don't really feel like typing all that out. So I'm going to just keep backing to right here. So let's delete this. We're going to say open VPN. I know that's an appliance, and we'll name it the same thing just so it stands out. We know what it is. Open VPN. So this is what was in our example, and I do have my path to my init hooks config file is on the root, on my root, the root of the home folder here. So it's just basically in the same, in my current working directory. So you got LXC dash create, LXD, yeah, dash create space dash N. My name of my appliance is OpenVPN, space minus T for the template. This is a turnkey template, space dash dash space OpenVPN. So after the dash dash, that's going to be the name of whatever appliance that you want to download and install. This was the kicker key here, right here. So by default, I'll go back here and show you. By default, appliance version by default uses 14.03 Jesse. Well, come to find out that those repositories and those locations no longer exist. They don't work. So you actually have to change your version to 14.1. I did a lot of internet searching and found that out. So because I wasn't sure, I kept having problems. I thought I was doing something wrong, but apparently the version does make a huge difference. So make sure when you're putting in your command to install the turnkey appliance that you want, make sure you do have the correct appliance name, the name of the appliance. You may have to kind of search around and find out. I've got a name of a few that I have. and I'll show you what I've done. But this is going to be our base setup here. So we're going to do OpenVPN. We've got our whole command in here. This is what we want. OpenVPN --v, our version 14.1-Jesse. Very important there. Very important. So that's gonna make or break everything. Once you get there, space / and then the path to your init-hooks config file. So everything's in place. I got that down. Let's go ahead and hit enter. Oh, what did I do here? I messed up something, didn't I? And I did. Let me see. Open. Oh, I accidentally hit something here. Typos are very bad. So I accidentally hit the 7 key. So let me try this again. All right. And that's what it should be doing. While that's doing its thing, to save time for myself for the turnkey appliances, what I did is I wrote a little small, just a little quick, short, I don't know, just a few line for loop script that'll cycle through. I fill in the appliances that I want, and it'll cycle through, because that way I don't have to type this out each and every time, backspace. You know, IT nerds and administrators like to shorten their time. So let me show you what I did here, and I'll make this, if you all want this, just after I finish this video, comment, and I'll make this this little for loop script available. What I did here, I have two things here. I've got this LX containers.sh. I did this just a little quick for loop. Both of these are two quick for loops. So I've got one that'll create the containers, and then one that'll quickly destroy. Because I kind of got tired of typing in the whole path to create, typing in the whole path to destroy the containers if I didn't want them. Since I'm kind of working in my little lab test environment, I want to quickly be able to, bring up, tear down, bring up, tear down. So let me show you this here. This is to create just a little quick, nothing fancy at all, nothing fancy. So it's this is the big thing right here. You do have to make sure that the naming is right. You have to put in the correct naming for your appliances. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 different appliances here that I've inputted to install. Odoo, Moodle, Ansible, OpenVPN, Observium, Process Maker, Pywick, LAMP, WordPress, and Django. And it'll just cycle through, install each one of these. Saves me a ton of time. If you're interested, I mean, it's nothing fancy, like I said, but if you are interested, just comment on the video and I'll shoot it over to you. I'll share it out from my Gmail, my G drive, and you can grab it and run with it, tweak it, or whatever you want to do with it, make it easier for you to work with. But I don't mind sharing that. So let me get back out of here. I'm going to destroy that container because I want to run this script to let you see how this actually works, for those that it might be interested. So let me let's see those, and what we have. So I want to do the OpenVPN. I don't want to mess with my other containers that I've got cloned and set up here. Not quite set up, but I've got created. So we're gonna destroy the OpenVPN. Get that out of there. Good. There you go. So now, I showed you those scripts there. Let's create. Now you did see. Now there's 10 containers that we're going to run through, so it might take a little time. We're going to kick this off here. LX, tab that over, hit enter. So and it cycles through. It's going to tell you each container that it's installing. I'm going to create the Odoo container. It's going to do its thing here. I'll let that chum through and do its old thing there. Yeah, I wanted to share this because I kind of got excited when I found this out. I was just playing with it, and I typed up the little quick for loop script so I could cycle through it real fast. Because initially I was going through and I was typing out each appliance install one at a time. And it took me some time. I was like, okay, let me try this one. Boom. Let me type this out. Let me try this one. Now, of course, yeah, I can tab up, tab down. I was backspacing, but I was like, whoa, let me save some time. So this is actually pretty amazing here. I like to see my own works in action. So we'll let that do its thing. Here it moves on to the next one. As you see here, it's on to the next container. But we'll let that go, let it do its thing, and we'll chime back in here in a second. Here, I'm gonna put this on pause. Let movie magic work. Let computer magic do its thing in the background, and done. Everything's complete. All of the containers that are from the for loop have been installed. You can check that. Let's go ahead and check that out. Make sure we got all our containers that we had plugged in, and LS, and blam, look at that. So look at it. So there's our Ansible, Django, LAMP, our Moodle, here's Observium, OpenVPN, Process Maker, our WordPress, here's our Odoo, and our PWiki, I'm sorry. So we've got a total 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 appliances. Awesome stuff. And I'll take you back here. I'll show you the let me show you the that interface. Is that it? Container? Yeah. So admin, log in, and bam, as you can see, nothing's running. As you can see here are all of the containers. Include the additional ones. You can click on one if you want to take a look at something. Basically your host. You can change your host name. These are the basic settings I talked about in the last video. Let me dip the screen here down. Architecture. So nothing's running, but that's a really little quick for loop that I did. Really quick way get those machines created really quick. Here you can create stuff on the fly, also one by one, more so from the web panel interface. And here I'll show you how basically you can destroy, come here and destroy right from the interface. I'll show you one, and then I'll run my DHCP should be fine. I can recreate those. Hit that, we'll destroy it. These are just kind of one-off if you just want to, if you're working with one individual. But if, let's say on a massive scale, you got several, you want to get rid of those. So let's say I want to remove those. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these containers that I just made. Now I can share these with you. Like I said, you'd go in and you'd need to adjust the names of the appliances in this for loop script. So let's go ahead and destroy these appliances. Get these out of there. So it's going to cycle through and basically get rid of all the containers. I'm gonna leave this up. This shouldn't really take too long since nothing's running. We're just basically getting rid of the container environments that we created previously. And this is a similar script like the creation, the container creator. It's just a for loop script that cycles through you using the destroy command. So the LXC-destroy cycles through based on the names that I've inputted. Bam, all of your requesting containers are gone. I can show you this is true, and bam, they are gone. Folks, I've enjoyed playing around with these the containers. I'm still getting my hands dirty with it, learning as I go, but I'm finding this to be pretty interesting. I'm gonna try to set up an environment where I can maybe eventually kind of migrate a few of my actual virtual appliances, my virtual machine appliances, migrate those to an actual container. Mainly like my I'm running actually Observium in a VM appliance. What else? Observium, and I'm using Odoo. I like to move that over to a container environment, test that out. But that's later on down the road. But like I said, I really enjoyed putting this video. I wanted to share this because I really enjoyed kind of really what I discovered and what I found. So I hope you all got some pretty good information out of this video and enjoyed it. If you are interested and you want the little for loop script that I put together, just comment below. Yeah, right. You see right? Yeah, right. Yeah, right there. It's somewhere right in there. But comment down there somewhere. Put some comments down there. Tell me if you like it, you don't like it. Say, hey JC, you're a piece of crap. You're full of mess. Let me know. But I'm about sharing. So comment. Let me know if you like it. Pass it on. Ooh, get it out of here. Share it with somebody. Like it and let me know what you think. Otherwise, like I said, I enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, and I'll see you around in the next video I put together. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you on the next one.